Well, as of January 1st, they have gotten a new Commonwealth attorney who has been an outstanding advocate with the Sheriff's Office, from what I understand. I think that the courts have been with the Sheriff's Office and tried to work with the Sheriff's Office as much as possible, and I've never had any problem with the court system.
We have a great prosecutor in Gloucester County currently, and we have a strong working relationship with Holly Smith and her staff. Now, it's taken her some time. She's had some folks that have left, and she's currently recruiting new members in that office. But her and I, we talk on the phone weekly. She has been involved in training our deputies, and that's what's most important. What's most important is that the individuals that we deal with, we don't have to continue to deal with them. We bring forward solid cases to her. We present her with solid evidence. We provide her with the information she needs, and then it's her job to prosecute it so that we don't have to deal with the same repeat offenders that we have been dealing with for years and years and years. Thank you.
Sheriff, this one will start with you. As an elected official, how will you hold yourself and your officers serving under you more accountable to the citizens of Gloucester County?
More accountable is we have policies and procedures in place. And of course, it's really a guideline for the sheriff. And the sheriff, it's almost unfair how much authority he has. I could walk in today and just fire somebody because their eyes were a different color than I thought they were. But they will be held accountable. And again, I think it's important for me to explain to everybody that I lead by example. I'm not going to ask a deputy under me or anybody under me to do something that I have not done over my 21-year career, or that I have not done, or that I will have done, or that I won't do myself. That's what's most important. If there is an infraction, if there is a problem, and a complaint is alleged against one of our officers, there's procedures in place to investigate that at different levels. If it's a minor infraction, we have supervisors. They can look the policy procedure up. If it's founded, there's a guideline that we go by. If it's a first offense, there's a guideline that we go by. If it involves an IA, I have an administrative captain sitting in front of me who can do an internal affairs investigation. Again, the results of that, if it's criminal, it's going to be referred to the Virginia State Police to investigate. I'm not going to investigate my own people. We're involved in something like that now. We're not going to investigate our own people. It just creates, to me, it sets a bad example. And I don't want to tell the public, hey, we're going to investigate our own people. It just puts a bad taste in folks' mouth. We're going to let an outside agency that's bipartisan investigate an alleged criminal offense of one of our members.
How would you, as an elected official of Gloucester County, hold yourself and your officers serving under you more accountable to the citizens of the county?
The Sheriff's Office is a huge responsibility, not only to the sheriff, but to the deputies that are underneath him. The deputies are, they should be held accountable for what they're doing also, but the sheriff has got to take the final say in what's going on. Yes, I don't think that our office should be investigating our own people. No, they shouldn't. I've said that many times. But being accountable is very, very important to the morale of an office. If you give people the authorities to do what they need to do, they will be accountable to themselves as well as the policy and procedures that they have at the office.
Mr. Ledbetter, this next question will start with you. You've talked about adding drug investigators, grant writers, and more deputies on the road without a how that plan would be implemented.
Well, once taken office, I would certainly have to go in and take a look at each and every position and consolidate some of the administrative duties and other duties and redelegate those things. It can be done.
Again, I've been hearing words consolidation and restructuring, but I have not heard any examples of how it's going to take place. We have line items in place, we have budget in place, we have a compensation board that tells us how we're able to allocate these positions, and you have to have drug investigators. You know, we talked about, Jimmy had mentioned that I had one additional person. That one additional person has led to a whole lot of other statistics that I mentioned to you earlier. And not only that, it's nearly triple our drug arrests in Gloucester County. So it's working. The positions that we have in place are working. Again, I would love to be able to get up here and tell you that I'm going to take 10 more deputies and put them on the street. You're going to see 15 police cars every time you get out 17. But I'm not going to make you false promises. I'm not going to sit up here on stage and try to buy your vote and tell you that I'm going to put more deputies on the road when the budget doesn't allow it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one question left, so if there's anything on your mind, you might want to write it down. And that one question before we get into your closing remarks will be, what motivates you to want to run for the office of Sheriff of Gloucester County?
This has been my life ever since I was born. I followed in my father's footsteps. He was a law enforcement manager ever since I was a little boy. It has been my life, it's been my career, it's in my blood. I've worked hard. I feel like I have earned a position. Again, I mentioned, I started in '91, and I have been promoted through the ranks of every position in that sheriff's office until ultimately becoming your sheriff. I'm not coming from the outside trying to be your sheriff. I'm not trying to skip 3 or 4 ranks and come up being your sheriff. I'm taking the next step and the next level above where I was previously serving as a chief deputy. That's what motivates me, helping people, solving problems, being involved in the community of which I live and serve, and overall making a difference in the community, which I think I have partaken of for the last 21 years. And now I want to continue to do that as your sheriff.
I think dedication and trust and the compassion and integrity. I think that we need to do. I think that it is time for positive change here. It's not about me. It's not about what I've done. It's about the community. It's about what we need to do for our community. It's about being involved with our community. That's what we need to be doing together. It's not about me. It's not about a single person at all. It's about being involved in our community. That's why I want it. Because I've been here for 22 years, and the trust that people are still calling me at home thinking, hey, what can I do about this? I can't do anything about it right now. It's not about me. It's about being involved in our community. That's what this is all about for me. It's not about what I've done. It's about what our community is going to do and what we can do for our community. That's what this is all about.
I have no other questions, so at this time, I will give each of you 3 minutes to do your closing remarks. We started with Sheriff Warren at the beginning, so we'll start closing remarks with Mr. Ledbetter.
Well, I have 3 minutes to tell you all about what we should be doing as a community together. There is so many things that, we have talked about a whole lot of different things, and there is just, 3 minutes is just not going to be long enough. Right now, we are in a position, Daryl and I, we're up here, and pretty much by now, each and every one of you have made up your mind who you are going to vote for or who you're not going to vote for. I'm going to ask you to vote for me. We as a team can do things together, and that's basically what we need to be doing at the sheriff's office. Yes, I understand that there are budgetary constraints and everything else. There's a lot of things that we haven't talked about up here tonight that, we've talked about mostly law enforcement stuff, but there's civil process and there's corrections. There's a lot of things that need to be done all the way around. Community corrections are huge these days. And civil process, those guys serve thousands of papers every month. We need to give them the opportunity to continue doing what they're doing and more. So that's all I have to say at this point. Thank you.
You want me to stop time, Chris, because I don't need 3 minutes. Again, I want to thank the Moose Lodge for putting this on. And those of you in attendance tonight, I really appreciate the opportunity. And again, I'm going to reemphasize this. This election is about experience, management experience. There's a huge difference between being a shift supervisor, supervising 3 or 4 deputies with the assistance of a sergeant, and being a department manager with several employees, a jail, a budget, a courthouse, court security, and patrol officers. Let me be very clear. This is an important decision about an important position. The sheriff's office is a 95-member agency with a $7 million budget tasked with protecting and serving you daily. I'm the only candidate with any management experience, the only candidate with any budget experience, and the only candidate with the right combination of education, training, and experience to lead your sheriff's office into the future for years to come. And I will respectfully ask for your vote on June 12th. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I wish both of you the best of luck. Thanks for coming out this evening, and thank all of you for coming out this evening. At this point in time, you have anyone